Welcome everyone to this week's edition of the GSM's Pride Spotlight. This week I have a new introduction to the team, so I want to introduce Javon. Welcome, Javon.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks a lot for having me here today.
So you're coming out to the sales department, correct?
Yes, sir, I am.
And you've been here what, a week maybe?
I've been here for about a week.
Yeah, a week on Wednesday, right?
Correct.
So I always start the same question off because it's a St. Louis thing. Born and bred St. Louis?
Yes, I am.
Whereabouts?
I grew up on the west side, right off of Kennedy and Goodfellow in the city.
Okay.
And then as I got older, I transitioned, moved into the county.
Okay, whereabouts you live now?
Right now I stay in St. John. Matter of fact, I'll be moving to Maryland Heights at the end of this month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm steady trying to move up a better environment, so I can have a better lifestyle for my children. I don't want them to grow up the same way that I grew up. So.
Well, we'll touch on children in a minute, but the saying in St. Louis, what high school did you go to?
I went to Gateway.
Okay. Is that still around?
Yes, they actually are. And let's see, I also went to a private school, which was Gateway Christian. That's no longer there, but it was located on the south side, right off of Jefferson and Lafayette.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. You graduate?
I did.
College after that?
I went to University of Phoenix for about a year and a half, but didn't finish. Regretted because now I got to pay for
it. What did you do in
I went
Phoenix?
For business, and then I wanted to get into marketing, which I never finished because I felt like those would have been two fields that you can always find employment in.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, for sure. At least you're not going for a major in something that you'll never use and then just get $100,000 in debt.
That's true. That's why I tried to go for business and marketing. Because I'm like, I could work for anybody, for that. Because if you got a basic degree in business, typically you can find a job anywhere. Yeah. Marketing, you're good with that, you can get a job anywhere as well because somebody's going to utilize you to help promote their business and keep it on the upscale. Yeah.
So let's touch on the family part. Siblings?
Yes, I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters. Didn't grow up with my mom, grew up with my dad, so it's kind of odd. Most people grew up with their mother and not with their father, so my lifestyle was a little different. But I do have 2 brothers, 2 sisters. One of my brothers, I'm trying to get employed here in the service shop. Yep, Eric. Yeah. So they should be reaching out to him today.
Yeah, Brian's going to reach out to him for sure. Are you married?
I am. Been married since 2008.
Wow.
I have 3 children, one 18, one 15, and a 4-year-old.
Oh, well, at least you got that one right, because if they're watching, you'd be in trouble.
I don't know.
Boys, girls, what you got?
All girls, no boys. You
got all girls?
All girls. I don't even know how I hit the reset button. That little 4-year-old just popped up out of nowhere.
Now I definitely know why you're in the car business.
Exactly. All girls. I live in a house full of women.
Yeah. So it's just you?
Oh, yeah. So I invested in headphones.
All right. Noise canceling ones?
Exactly. So when they get on all their little female shenanigans, I just put those on and just go crawl in a hole somewhere.
I don't blame you. I've got one of each, and they're the best things ever. But I know the difference in a girl and a boy. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. So I wish I had the luxury of having that boy in the house. I'm the only guy.
Yeah.
So I feel for myself.
I was going to say I feel for you too, so don't worry about it. What about sports? You play sports in school?
I played soccer actually.
Really?
I was in school. I played right wing, so I found that fun.
Did you go any further with that, or just in school?
No, just in high school. When I graduated, I was typical. Wanted to go run around in the streets. Didn't know what I wanted to do. Just live life, have a little fun, and then now I'm to the point to where I want to find me a career, something I can sit on, have a better foundation for my family. Be able to provide for them without any worries and. Yeah, have something stable.
So what was your first job then?
When I graduated?
Just after your first job ever.
My first job was working at the McDonald's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in food. I went from McDonald's to the casino, worked at Red Lobster, worked at Applebee's.
What did you do at the casino?
I worked in the buffet. It was Harris Casino at the time. I worked in Town Square Buffet.
Yeah.
So I had the privilege of working.
Those buffets are good there.
I had the privilege of working the Asian station, which was the wok station, so I know how to cook the little Asian food. Then I worked the saute station, where we did a lot of steaks and all that good stuff, and then pastas. So
yeah, I know how you. When I was at Plaza, we used to get these. We used to have like a advertising partnership with Lumiere, and they used to give us these free coupons for like
For
the
the
buffet.
Right.
I'd be stealing as many of those as I could to go
Hey,
home.
I don't blame you.
Those casino buffets are good.
Right, because it's different. You get the seafood, you get the steaks, you know, you get
Especially
the
if they got
salad.
crab's legs, you go load up on those
Yep,
bad
that
boys.
used to be our Monday night steaks and crab legs.
Yeah.
So that was the busiest day.
Yeah,
That
my
was-
wife, she loves crab legs, so she used to snap those things up, especially find out what crab leg day was. I'll be heading down to Lumiere.
It was pounds and pounds in the back. I used to go home smelling like crab legs. I liked the job, but I didn't like the outcome on the way home.
Yeah, going home smelling like it. So what was your first, what you'd classify as your first like career job, what you really wanted to do?
When I started working for Frank Leader, when I started selling cars, I found out car sales is not a bad job. You know, I enjoy the privilege of finding people vehicles that fit their needs as well as their family needs, something that works in their budget, you know, and then I felt good about overcoming the task and the obstacles that I had to go through to get them whatever vehicle that they liked.
So how long were you a leader for?
I was a leader for 5.5 years.
Really? So you were pretty well established then.
Mm-hmm.
And you pretty consistent there?
I was consistent. Every month I averaged anywhere from 15 to 20 cars. On a bad month, it was 12 cars. And that's because maybe the weather and then whatever events that we got going on in the world, like Mardi Gras or it's Christmas, you know, where you get a little less traffic. But I generally average right around 15 to 20 cars, typically tapped out at 18 majority of the months.
So then you went there, where after leader?
After that, I went to Clement Ford because I was trying to get a change of pace, try to build more money because at leader I didn't have any growth. There was nowhere to grow. They wasn't trying to actually utilize their salesmen and move them up. They kind of locked you in where you was at, and they had just hired new people in for the other positions.
Yeah.
So they wanted to keep, if you was a hustler, they wanted to keep you a hustler instead of moving you up. But I want to grow. I don't want to just sit in the same spot.
So how long did you stay at Clement for?
Clement, I was there no more than 4 months, and I didn't really like how everything was set up. It was kind of like they was kind of unorganized. They was kind of all over the place. They had their picks and choose on who they would give leads to, and you may have reached out to this customer, but they want this person to work with them. So I felt like I had no purpose there.
So what drove you to Fusz?
Well, I had a buddy of mine named Brian Pablo who came over, and he told me how great
Everyone's seen.
who told me how great the company was and how management was the total opposite of where I was currently at. I'm like, what's the worst thing can happen? I gave those guys a shot. Why not give these guys a shot? So I decided to stay in the car business and transition over here.
So you've been here a week. What's your first impressions?
Oh, I love it. I love the staff. I love the sales team. I love everything about it. Everybody's mild. They're very helpful. You know, they don't mind pitching a hand. You got a couple of questions, they don't mind answering. They kind of, it's more of a family setting than actually going to work and these are just your coworkers.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So I like the whole setup. You know, some days you get up, some people don't like going to work. I don't mind coming. I actually look forward to it.
We get away from those three women.
Tell me about it.
Or four, I guess.
Look, I look at the clock like, oh man, time getting low. I got to go back to him after a while.
Cool. Well, I really wanted to just introduce you to everyone.
I appreciate it.
Obviously, we'll revisit because we've got to see what's going on in the store and how things are going there. But that's really what I want to do. Do you want to tell everyone at home that they should come back often?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Come see me. I'm here to put a dream in your driveway.
See, that's the marketing side there. Well, as always, over at Fusz Ford, we can replace the car, not the customer, and I'll see you all next week.